Hey Libras, welcome back to Deku Tarot, and welcome to your weekly tarot and astrology for July 13th through the 19th of 2020. Libras, this is for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Do check out your weeklies for your other placements, especially your Rising. All right, Libras, if you haven't, do make sure to subscribe and leave me a comment below. I always appreciate them. Hit that wiggly bell in the corner there if you want to be notified whenever I put up a video or go live. And let's get right into this here. The astrology is, oh my gosh. Excuse me, guys. The hair is already flying out. The astrology is a lot right now. So we're not really going to talk that much about it. We might, bring up some stuff throughout the reading. But I do recommend checking out White Light Astrology's monthly overview of the astrology just because there's so much happening. I'm not an astrologer. I can't fully get into all the nitty gritty of this, but it definitely makes sense in terms of like what's happening and the energy right now and all the things coming out when you look at it astrologically. And he has a really great way of explaining that. So let's have a conversation with the Hobbit Tarot here for you guys this week. Yeah. Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, July 13th through the 19th of 2020. I don't use this deck for you guys that much, but felt really drawn to it for you today. And as you can tell, we're outside, mixing up the energies here because it's actually kind of breezy. Hopefully it won't rain again. It rained a bit during I think it was Capricorn's video? Or, no, I think it was Gemini's video. And it was very loud. Well, yeah, the energies right now are very intense. There's so much coming out, so much happening, and it's hard to read through them, and that's why I haven't been doing the monthlies. I'll do a video where I kind of explain all of that, so keep an eye out for that. It's been really hard, I think, for a lot of other readers, because energies are changing and they're constantly shifting. It's not like doing normal monthlies when everything is constantly feels unpredictable and feels like it's shifting and feels like we don't know where we're going day to day because it's just constant. It's like a constant barrage of information and changing and shifting right now. And we're kind of just really at its will. So, there's a lot here. Let's get into this. The Hangman is your first card out here, and it's with the Four of Swords. You need to take a break here at the beginning of the week, especially. It offers you a chance to look at things in a different perspective. Stepping away from what has been frustrating, difficult disagreements, and especially confusion about really what to do next and where are we going with this? Like, what is my next move? It's a question I think that we all kind of have right now because everything has really been thrown up in the air. I'll have to say, I don't think anybody was like expecting 2020 to be, unless you're super tapped in. I expected it to be big, but this has just been a constant barrage of just so much. And yeah, it's going to take us to a better place, but right now we're in the thick of it and it's a lot. And we kind of just have to work through it day by day as best we can. And we need to change our perspectives. Everything that's coming in right now is here to change our perspective, to change our viewpoint of who we are in the middle of all this and what we can do about it. And I'm not saying, let's pile it on our backs and, take it upon ourselves to make this change. And I don't think I have to tell you guys to do that. I think that half of you probably would do that anyways because you're Libras. But there's a need here to really rest in this energy because it's a lot right now. When the Hangman comes up, he's like, you've got to step away for a minute here. We got to kind of, get into this position almost of pausing and self-sacrifice. Sacrificing our time, our energy, or what we usually do, are the normal routines, the normal way of going about things isn't going to work. And with Jupiter and Capricorn, it's very prevalent right now that, what is not sustainable, what is not going to work, what has not been working, and what is going to just not work moving forward here. And we got to look at these things and be like, but this is a need, but it's a need that I need to take care of. So a good example of really Jupiter and Capricorn and like the energy that it's pushing around right now is like, for example, with myself here, we've had like a crappy, mattress for like ever. And it finally, like, I swear, like when Jupiter went backwards and, not backwards, went retrograde into Capricorn, that was like the breaking point. We were just like, this is unbearable. Like, we can't sleep in this. This is like hurting us. Like, physically, this is hurting me, and we need to take care of this no matter how expensive a mattress is, no matter what, we're gonna have to go through in terms of it shipping, shipping here or something. It has to be taken care of. So it's a need that I need to take care of, whether it's something that I want to do, something that's convenient. No, it's not going to be. It's going to be work. And that's really what this is about. And we have to look at the work that we're going to need to do now moving forward. We also have to look at where we've been kind of stagnating, especially emotionally, and not talking about, our feelings, not talking about the issues, not doing something about the issues. Especially in terms of our feelings. When the King of Cups shows up, we might have been, playing the part of being really emotionally stable, maybe because other people needed us to be, or again, you're Libra. You guys are always trying to strive for balance, but it's okay sometimes when things throw you off balance. It's okay to be thrown off balance, and it's okay to talk about it and really recognize it. So the Empress here, and usually I get a really good vibe from her. There's a kind of a double meaning here, it feels to me, in this reading with her, but it feels again like this stagnancy in, or bottling really up any type of emotional stuff here that we need to talk about, and that we have been, maybe we'll fix this in the future. I'll give it the chance to fix itself, especially within relationships. I'll give it the chance to fix itself. I don't like the way we fight like this. It really bothers me, and it weighs on me in these specific fights and things that you've said and done, and like these times where I felt disrespect or you've left me in the lurch. I've been hurt, and it's hurt me deeply, and I haven't communicated about it, and I just kind of wanted it to fix itself, or you to fix it, and instead of causing an issue, instead of creating turmoil, I let it be. And with Mars and Aries now, that's definitely not possible. And that's a good thing for you guys. You kind of needed Mars and Aries to work out these kinks, work out these devil situations, these things that continually crop up that you don't deal with in the correct ways. And I feel honestly right now is a great time to deal with it. This week is going to be a time when we get to heal, when we get to adapt, our relationships adapt. The way that we're dealing with a really deep emotional wound or problem, something that causes us guilt, shame, pain, or again, it doesn't have to be that you were in the wrong there, but it causes a lot of lamenting, a lot of pain, and a lot of maybe even trying to put the blame on yourself for something that it's not your fault. But we do have to take that accountability. It's, again, that need that you need to take care of here. I'm not happy that you did this. I'm going to point out what's wrong here. You don't get to just kind of walk away quietly about this anymore, buddy. I'm going to tell you what's really wrong. And you pushed it again too far. I thought we talked about this before, and obviously it didn't get fixed. So let's go. That's what it feels like here. When the devil reversed, sorry, I'm like, it's so hot, guys. So if I look sweaty, it's because I am sweaty. But the devil is such a hard, destructive energy within our lives, and for me it is the not so much, like, I don't want to say loop because I don't feel like that's the right word, thank you Mercury retrograde, but it's the things that we're attached to, that we feel chained to, that we feel like we can't break out of, we can't change, we can't do anything about, so we accept what it is. We accept this pain, we accept this cycle that continues to bring pain, continues to bring these fights and emotional wounds and mental pain for you that you shove down so much. And this is the time to heal. It's like you finally have this open discourse, this way to maturely adapt here. Maybe we've done some research on, toxic relationship stuff and how to work through it, or how to work through these tough situations and fix it for the better, or whatever this might be. Again, it doesn't have to be relationships, but because it's hitting with that King of Cups and that emotional stuff, it feels like emotional stuff, and emotional often have to do with relationships and people around us, but it can also, again, have to do with our ability to create something or to manifest in the life that we want in terms of career. It could also be that for you guys as well. This isn't a relationship. It's definitely about our ability to, in that Venusian way, have that life looking the way we want it to, the money that we want it to, living where we want to, the job we want, people saying, wow, you're amazing, We have a dream there, and it's time to reevaluate these things and see whether they hold us in a box rather than let us grow beyond that and accept that life isn't always that perfect dream, but sometimes that dream can be where we're at and we can make that even better. We just kind of have to reevaluate the goals and the steps to get there now. Yeah. Can also be, I mean, with that Six of Cups, that it's somebody coming back from the Mercury retrograde that you have something to say to. And it's time to find, again, it could be that emotional situation. We got to talk about this. And if this is someone that you're not with that's coming back, that ex, that person that you're like, God, why are you back here again? Are you serious? I feel that we're ready to maturely change that situation. Yeah, if I'm going to have you back in my life, it can be on these terms and in this way, and never like that again. I'm not going to accept that anymore. Oof. Let's pull an oracle actually here now. Wow. But you're on the right path here. You're going to have to, I mean, that Mars in Aries is going to push you to speak your mind this week and say what needs to be said, do what needs to be done, adapt where we need adapting. Because with Temperance, you've learned, and whatever life is throwing at you, you're maturely adapting to it and seeing a better way forward. You're going to attack it in the right way. Such a weird card for Temperance, right? It's like a Goblin King, but let's see here. I just want to get one more card of advice for you. Yeah, speak. Sorry. Speak. Knight of Swords. It's time to communicate. Say what needs to be said, do what needs to be done. It's time. I don't even know if I want to pull an oracle for you guys. I feel like this has been a very straightforward reading, so I'm actually just going to leave it there. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much, Libras, for all of your support. If you haven't, do make sure to subscribe. Do make sure to share. And if you haven't, do check me out over on Instagram. If you're interested in getting your astrology, birth chart analysis, compatibility analysis, do go check out Truly Divine. Use my code Deku30 for 30% off of anything that you get through them. You can use it many times. You can send it to as many people as you want. And yeah, we'll have a wonderful and blessed week, guys. Namaste.